hey, let's do it. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's all All right, what do I want to talk about? So I was listening to Spice's video this morning, and she was talking about her titties because I talked about her titties, and then she was going off about that for about 5 minutes, and then I had to go to work and, do my shits. And now here I am to talk about stuff. Hey, so I looked at pornography this morning, and it's been years. I didn't jerk off to it. Listen, I jerked off last night, not to pornography or anything, but I was so curious how I feel, because let me go over a little backstory that I haven't really talked about out loud. So I've been looking at not pornography, but motherfucking Facebook, right? And even TikTok or whatever. Like TikTok would sometimes have breastfeeding fucking videos. Just women breastfeeding. I'm just like, what the fuck is this? Jesus Christ, right? And I even went and looked it up, I'll admit that, because I'm curious. And hell yeah, I like looking at titties. But here's the fucking thing, and let me go over what also happened on Facebook. Facebook, there's videos in the video section or whatever, and there was just fucking literal, like, that hentai anime fucking shit, like titties. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck is this? How is this even allowed on here, right? Same thing with breastfeeding. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then last night, I was like, let me go look up something I was curious about, which was this interactive titties game or something. It's all bullshit though. It's like you go on there, it's a fucking dumb little game or something. I'm like, I can't believe I'm talking about this out loud, but you know what, it is what it is, and I want to confess it and I want to say it. Did that last night also out of curiosity, right? And I was kind of like, okay. And then this morning I went and looked up this old fucking porn actress that I used to, jerk my dick to, right? Just went and looked her up again just to see how I feel. And yeah, I was curious. And yeah, I was like, yeah, that porn addict part of my brain was kind of talking a little bit. But after all of this backstory, after all of this shit that I just fucking said right now, here's the overall feeling. I don't really give a shit anymore. Right? It's like I outgrew it. When I look at that stuff, or when I see it or whatever, yeah, sometimes I really do just look at it. But it's not, they're not real. Like, none of it's real. None of it's real at all. Like pornography and all those women, and even that porn actress I went and looked up this morning, I'm like, there's just titties everywhere on Pornhub. It's just fucking ridiculous. Titties, dicks, and fucking pussy, and fucking, and there's all of this stuff or whatever. I looked at it for like 2 minutes, right? And I was looking for this old video of that porn actress. I couldn't find it. I was like, okay, whatever. But the feeling is, I can't fuck any of these women. None of those women are real. Yeah, they're real, but I can't do anything with them. And also, they're not actually, they're meant to be this male fantasy, right? And I know that now. And that's why I said, like, I outgrew it. Like, I just outgrew all of this. So, yeah, there's that porn addict part of my mind that's like, oh, yeah. But at the same time, I'm at this point where I don't want to delude myself. And I was always curious about how I would feel, and I was always so scared that I'd fall back into that porn addiction if I went and looked at it. But I don't really feel that. Like, I don't. And I'm actually happy that I went and tested that, and I was very uncomfortable. It's like sounding like a fucking goddamn drug addict. Well, I just had a little taste and realized I don't like it anymore, which, I don't know, that's kind of different, but at the same time, the way I feel, I'm like, yeah, I don't, it doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't really do anything for me. And I am happy about that. And then now I want to talk about, like, this overall feeling that I have. Right? What's the overall feeling? Lack of passion, lack of motivation again. But it's different. This time it's different. I feel different. Whatever, this meaning stuff and all that shit I keep fucking talking about. Like, okay. I am uncomfortable. I talked about all this porn stuff because I didn't talk about that because I don't know. I'm like, oh, am I embarrassed about it or something? I'm like, it's just, just fuck it. I was like, what am I afraid of? I'm afraid I'm really going to fall back into it. I want to see. And I look at it and I'm like, nah. But again, overall, yes, I'm very uncomfortable. I just want to admit that right now. Because I'm like, oh God, like I just got that off. Like I needed to say that. I haven't said that in a while. But I didn't even get hard. I didn't even get hard looking at the porn this morning. I'm like, I don't give a shit. I'm like, yeah, they're nice titties. That's all great. That all looks awesome. But I can't do anything. I can't do fucking anything. And that's what I mean. I'm in this, like, I don't know. I'm like, what is it? Listen, like last week I was talking about all this meaning stuff, and I kind of came to this realization that even if I found out the grand meaning and purpose and blah, 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 I still probably wouldn't be happy with it. And then I was trying to ask myself what I would be happy with when it came to meaning. And I got nothing. I got nothing. And right now it feels like I have nothing. And there is this just, I don't know, do I even want to say existential dread? I don't even feel that. I really want to describe how I'm feeling without giving off buzzwords or something. I don't know, like, I don't know what really to do, like, with my life. Like, I just don't know what to do, you know? So I have the paradox of freedom, and yet I don't know what to do or choose or whatever, you know? And that sucks. I'm like, does it really? Is that what I want to say? Does it suck? Yo, I don't know. Like, whatever's going on with me, honestly, is just, I can't get used to anything. I can't get used to anything at all. Like, I'm like, I can't seem to find some steady feeling. Because I feel different than last week. That's what I mean. I'm like, I really wanted to make a video this morning, and I said all the things that I said, and now I'm like, all right, now what? Now what do I want to talk about? Where do I want to go now? Anywhere? Not really. Like, I'm saying to myself, every video is a good video. No matter what. Every video is a good video. I did want to describe this feeling though. I can't get rid of it. I really feel it. I can't get rid of this. It's all pointless. It's all me. I can't get rid of it. It's so on me. It's so bad. So yesterday, I took my ex-girlfriend's son to a movie. We went and saw Spider-Man into the fucking Across the Spider-Verse or whatever, right? And I was there. I was enjoying the time with him, and I'm like, oh, that's a whole another fucking fucked up thing, right? What happened yesterday? But I'm like, there's these good moments, right? But the feeling is just over everything. It's over everything. It's nagging me. It's just bugging me. It's like, it means nothing. No philosophy helps you. nothing feels good. Nothing sounds good. Nothing makes you want to really stay here. Nothing at all. Nothing. Talking about it doesn't do anything. And it's just this pressure on my chest, this anxiety of some sort that I feel. Because also coming to the realization that, hey, even if I did find the meaning, or not the meaning, just the explanation behind all of this, the cosmos, the fucking consciousness, the everythings, even if I found out all of that, I'm like, why the fuck doesn't that do anything for me? I don't understand my definition of meaning. Nothing fulfills it. No explanation anywhere fulfills my meaning. How the fuck is that possible? How is that possible? I talked to this one woman last Friday. I like her. Whatever. You know? I'm going to call her DG. Because her name starts with a D and ends with a G. So I was talking to DG, right? And I was talking about this whole meaning thing with her. And she's like a little older than me. And she's like, you know what? I don't know why I'm here. And I don't give a fuck. I enjoy the things that I enjoy. And fuck it. And like, I just kind of, I looked at her, right? And I was like, why did I just get so turned off? She just said, fuck it. And here's the thing about Spice, right? She has this fucking shit still. She's still in existential fucked upness, right? And I saw her last Thursday and I talked to her and she was even saying like, yeah, I'm still wrestling with that or whatever, right? And it's like, it's just so, what the fuck is this feeling? And my ex-girlfriend, she has it too, you know? But she has more of a will to live than I do. And I don't have children. And I don't really want kids right now. And this is crazy. Me and my ex-girlfriend watched this movie. I'm like, I really need to come up with something else. I'm so sick of it. I can't stand it. Whatever. Me and her watched this movie. It was called On the Count of Three. It was about these two young men, right, that were going to kill themselves at the end of the day, right? They were going to kill themselves, but they wanted to live out their last day to the fullest. And spoilers, one of the characters ended up getting some woman pregnant, right? Like his old fucking girlfriend or something. And then the other guy, this fucking white dude, he just had nothing. He's just, I don't give a shit. Just fuck it, right? He had nothing. And the dude that was having a baby, he couldn't do it. He's like, I want to live. I want to live. I want to be there for my child. And the other guy was just drinking, and they went on this humongous fucking cop chase at the end of the movie. And the white dude killed himself. And the other guy he went to jail because they did a whole lot of fuckery, right? But he wanted to live. And he wanted to be there for his daughter. And I don't have any of this. I don't have a kid. I don't have anything. I have no God. I have no meaning or purpose. I'm just a floating fucking thing, is what it feels like. And, you know, I kept saying to myself, like, why even ask why I'm here? What's the point of even asking why? Here's the other thing that pissed me off right now. It's like, I had to drop off one of my fucking coworkers to pick up a truck, so this video is going to be kind of short. Unfortunately, I wanted to really talk out more of my fucking thoughts here. I'm like, damn it, that's very unsatisfying, to be honest. Anyways, I have nothing. I don't have anything. And I don't know how to. I talked to my therapist on Friday, and we were talking about this whole meaning thing. And he's like, "You're just on that journey of asking. You're seeking out meaning. You're looking for it. You're looking for meaning." And I'm like, "Am I? Am I looking for meaning? Well, where is it? Why can't I seem to find it? Like, I can't find anything. Like, I can't find anything that sticks to me. And I never was able to my whole life. Like, I never had anything to live by my whole entire life, and I always had that feeling on me, right? Never really knew what it was, and I wasn't old enough to understand it, but it was always there, and I was like, so why is nothing sticky? No philosophy is sticky. And as soon as I found Patrice O'Neal, right, I remember how powerful that was, and to live honestly, and to be as honest as possible, and I really idolized him, but now I don't listen to him anymore. And, you know, I don't want to idolize anybody, but here I am, stripped of everything. I'm down to just me. And I'm like, what is really there? What is inside? Anything? Why does it feel so pointless and hopeless and helpless and depressing and dark? Why is there really nothing I super give a shit about? Like, why don't I wake up and have passion? Why do I feel so like I don't really want to do much of anything? And yeah, even killing yourself requires so much passion. Like, that requires so much, because you're so convinced that's the answer. And I'm not convinced anything's the answer. And suicide doesn't feel like it's the answer. Other than, yeah, you want all of this thinking to stop, you want all of this dread to stop, you want all of this whatever the fuck you're going through to stop. But I really, again, don't even know if it will. Right? I might not realize it after I kill myself. Maybe Matthew's dead, right? He's gone. And that's the whole thing about reincarnation. All I know is existence, and I went over that already. I don't know what it's like to feel nothing. I don't know what it's like to have nothing, to be nothing. There is something rather than nothing. Nothingness is impossible to experience because you can't experience any of that. There's no experiencing nothingness. So I'm like, what do I want? To quiet my mind? Well, there's lots of ways to do that. There's lots of ways to just, you know, suppress it all. Drugs and alcohol. You can do all of it. And I don't want to either. And that's my problem. I don't seem to want to do anything. And I can't escape this feeling inside of me. I just can't escape it right now. It's got its grip on me. I don't even want to call it nihilism anymore, right? Even though, hey, whatever, you could identify it as that. I don't really feel like saying that's what it is. You know, it's not helping me. Oh, I'm just in nihilism. Okay, cool. Albert Camus, existentialism. Make up your own meaning. You don't need meaning. Hey, fuck it. Damn, dude. I don't give a fuck about none of these answers. Why the fuck? Why don't I care? It's just, I really think about like, oh, hey, let me just, enjoy my life, have sex, live, laugh, love, drink and travel and just eat great food and spend time with my family and friends and loved ones and blah, blah, blah. Why the fuck can't I just be grateful for those things? Because I need something else. I need to fight for something. I can't just not fight. Like, that's my big issue. I'm a fucking fighter. Inside, like deep inside of my nature. Like I fight for something. I need something to fight for. I need to get up and have a passion. I need to give up and give a shit. And if I don't, it's just very, very difficult for me to just continue to live and be happy. It's very hard. Very, very hard. There's not infinite happiness. And I don't want infinite happiness either. Oh, man, but it's just like, well, what the fuck do you want then, dude? And I'm like, I don't know what I want. Why can't I know? Like, I just don't know what I want. How could I be in this constant state of lostness? It's just there, and I don't really feel like screaming. I don't really feel like screaming about nothing. Let me turn off my truck. I just don't want it on for a second. Let me just do that. Quiet it up for a second. I don't know. I don't want to just. I don't know what I want. I just don't. I don't know what I want. Like I said, I'm not blowing my brains out. I'm not doing any of that. I don't want to. Even what Spice was saying on Thursday, she was just like, I'm tired of this. I just want to move somewhere. I just want to get my life started. I'm like, okay, well, I guess. And then whatever I said to her, I was like, well, don't ignore the demon that you have. Don't ignore that darkness. But again, I'm not ignoring this feeling that I have, but I sure want to get rid of it. I sure would like to get rid of it, because it really is just hindering me. It's really pulling me down. It's just gripping me like a fucking, I can't even describe how hard the grip is. And that's why I guess the positive out of it is things are bugging me less, like other little things. Whatever, I'll still play Halo, I'll still yell at that shit and get mad, but I don't really give a fuck as much anymore. I think I even said that to myself. I was like, I don't even want to say, oh, I don't give a fuck as much anymore. Like, that's too dramatic. I slept like shit last night, actually. I slept so bad. I actually want to mention that. I slept like fucking shit. Like, so awful. And my best friend that is over in goddamn the other side of the fucking country, he came to visit because his brother was graduating. So me and him hung out on Saturday night. Rode around scooters in the city while sipping on vodka and juice. Right? Got fucking like Jesus. I was buzzed like a motherfucker. And I went to my ex-girlfriend's place because she lives, around where we were. And I crashed there. She didn't, I wanted to see her, but then she was like, yeah, you're not going home because the fuck is this? You're all fucked up. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm just staying the night, huh? Yeah, and then the next day, got up early, left, and then went to bed right when I got home and got up at like 11. And I tried to go to bed at like 9:30 or something. Like I said, I jerked off, whatever, just to get the poison out, I guess. And even when I'm jerking off, like I don't think about pornography or any of that because it just doesn't do anything. I just think about old memories from real life, right? Because that's better. But then it's hard to think about real life moments because nothing feels safe. So I'm just fucking down, dude, like a motherfucker. And I'm like, oh yeah, let me go try to stuff with women. Let me go do stuff with, like, really? They ain't gonna do nothing. All it is distraction from this whatever the fuck feeling that I have that I can't seem to get rid of. I don't know. It's like, oh, well, stop dwelling on it. Get your life started. Get going. Get up. Do your shit. Do this. Do that. Thanks, motivational guys, peoples. Thank you, Facebook fucking social media stuff. Thank you, reels that I scroll through on a daily basis. I mean, this is one channel that just makes existential fucking crisis videos all day long. Yeah, I'm gonna watch some of his stuff again because he really does make me think. And it's not even Sisyphus anymore, it's some other fucker. And I'm like, Jesus, what the fuck is up with these people? And I think about them and I'm like, are those videos that I'd want to make? I'm like, no, well, the structure of my video is, it's not edited. I don't edit any of this shit. I just turn on the camera, start talking about whatever the fuck I start talking about. I make a title to the video and then I upload it. And I'm like, well, there you go. I just rant on here about whatever it is I feel like talking about. I'm like, fuck me, I gotta get my day started, right? Like, here I am, time to do shit and work again. And please, Lord, like as soon as I turn off this camera, like I'm afraid to turn off the camera because that feeling is just setting in so strongly. And then sometimes I do just take a step back and I'm like, wow, the sky is beautiful, right? I can't believe I'm alive, but right now I don't really feel that, okay? I really feel more of a, who gives a fuck about the sky? Who gives a fuck about being alive? Who cares about any of this stuff at all? Not me. Oh, you ungrateful piece of shit. Get out of that fucking depression. Stop it. You just gotta stop. How do I stop? Because all of these methods and philosophies and sedations and distractions, I just don't want to do that either. I'm trying to find my own way out. And I'm having a really hard time finding my own way out. And I'm like, out of what? Out of this? Out of this feeling? Can I get out of it? How do I get out of it? Actually. Like, how do I actually get out of this without just, well, distraction. Because it's always going to be there. And that's why I look at Spice and I'm like, okay, you can go, start moving and doing stuff and things, but it's always going to be looming over you. And it's okay to get started. It's okay to go and do whatever the fuck you think you got to do. It's just, you ain't addressing the problem. And you do address it, and I guess you just live with it. And you're like, well, I guess that's not going anywhere. Well, I simply don't know. And that's what I mean. And this is the ultimate serenity prayer. This is the ultimate fucking thing right here. Is this feeling something I actually have to live with? And you just got to accept it, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's always going to be there. I'm like, I'm not convinced yet. Yeah, I don't want to say yet. I'm not even convinced that this is a feeling that can't go away. And nobody knows that. It goes away for a lot of people, but everybody's different and I'm not them. I need to find my own way out, like I said. Some people don't find a way out. Some people don't find that meaning. Some people do find meaning, whatever it is in their life. I haven't found anything. And I've been looking and searching and thinking and talking and all this stuff for a long, long time now. and I feel like I'm inching closer and closer to a potential conclusion or an answer, and it just seems to keep escaping me, the potential solution. It keeps seeming to be just out of reach. The meaning to life is a jumper you knit yourself. Thanks, British guy that I listen to on YouTube. A jumper's a sweater in England or whatever, right? Whatever the British fucking say. I don't know. It's just all fucking whack. It's all fucked up. And I look in most people's eyes and they all seem so empty or something. And that also just fucks with me. And I'm like, yikes. How could this be so lonely? That's what I mean, like with DG on Friday when I talked to her about meaning and how she just, yeah, well, yeah, fuck it. And she just found that for herself, I guess. And I was like, oh no, well, what the fuck? Like I don't fuck with that. You know? I'm like at this medical center or whatever, and there's all these construction workers in front of me, all just doing their shit, living their life, doing their stuff. Working out in the sun. It is all just fucked up though. Everything's all fucked up. Well, you know what? At this point, I guess I'm just gonna get in there. So, until, goodbye.